Let's start with a question today. How does a multi-billion dollar industry survive when its primary legal safety net is pulled away? Let's dive into it. Right now, Bangladesh's pharmaceutical sector is an undeniable success story. It is a rapidly growing $6 billion market, according to projections by the market research firm Lightcastle Partners. According to data from Bangladesh Association of Pharmaceutical Industries, or BAPI, local manufacturers currently meet a staggering 98% of the country's domestic demand for medicine. They have almost entirely eliminated their dependence on foreign finished drugs, and today they export to over 150 countries worldwide. But this empire was built on a crutch. As a least developed country, or LDG, Bangladesh currently operates under a World Trade Organization TRIPS waiver. Under this waiver, it is legally allowed that the country can reverse engineer patented drugs without paying exorbitant licensing fees. In late 2026, Bangladesh graduates from this status. The waiver expires. This is not just a policy change, it is an existential threat to this industry's entire cost leadership strategy. To understand the threat, we must first identify the industry's critical blind spot. Despite producing nearly all, 98% of its finished medicines locally, Bangladesh has historically relied heavily on foreign supply chains for raw materials. According to industry analysis, Bangladesh imports approximately 85 to 90% of its active pharmaceutical ingredients, the APIs, primarily from China and India. You cannot maintain a cost-effective strategy in a global market if you do not control your raw materials. This heavy reliance exposes the sector to severe currency fluctuations, supply shocks, and the pricing power of foreign competitors. If Bangladesh has to start paying patent fees post-2026 while still paying import premiums for raw materials, their profit margins will instantly collapse, and it is not an exaggeration. The strategic solution is aggressive backward integration. The industry is not waiting to fall, it is pivoting. The state-of-the-art API industrial park in Munshiganj currently represents the physical manifestation of this strategy. By manufacturing these raw materials domestically, local pharmaceutical companies are securing their own supply chains. This immediately slashes the lead times, stabilizes prices, and significantly reduces raw material costs. The domestic industry will have a financial buffer for the post-2026 patent fees. However, backward integration alone is not enough. To truly understand how Bangladesh survives, we must look at the benchmark. India in 2005. India faced the exact same patent situation when the WTO transition period ended, but they weaponized the deadline to become the pharmacy of the world. Bangladesh is currently lagging in two key areas where India excelled. First, the FDA moat. India realized early that to dominate global exports, they needed US FDA approvals for their manufacturing facilities, giving them unquestionable global credibility. Today, India has hundreds of FDA approved plants. Bangladesh only has a handful. Second, India shifted massive capital from simple generic formulations into complex R&D and biosimilars, so bioproducts. Furthermore, India drafted a brilliant defensive legislation. Section 3D of Indian Patent Act aggressively blocked evergreening, a tactic where foreign multinationals make minor tweaks to a drug just to artificially extend its patent life. Bangladesh must immediately draft equally aggressive intellectual property laws to shield its local generic producers. By enforcing this law, Bangladesh can get that edge that India got. If Bangladesh can close this regulatory gap and protect its IP laws, the end gap is massive. The goal isn't just survival, it is capturing the global manufacturing rights to a great market like pharmaceuticals. Multinational pharmaceutical companies are desperately looking to diversify their portfolios, and Bangladesh can be the next big place. But it all has a crutch, and this crutch is how well Bangladesh handles the post-2026 LDG status elevation. Now, this 6 billion industry success story can become a warning story. It all depends on how the regulators and the industry officials come together and work towards a common goal. Thank you for listening to this, and I hope by listening to this particular issue, we can in the future work on this. Goodbye.